This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe, anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
Fans, Aquaman, Blake's just not listening. What? Jason impersonates Michael.
Some people just want to watch World Buzz.
Jeff nails another draft day. Blake's top 5 has 98. Jason just loves him some Kevin James.
Fucking Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
Oh yeah.
It's the history of bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 234. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Blake.
No, I like you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, did I say that?
Yeah,
After last week, I like you a lot more than Blake.
Why? I
I'm
don't know.
back.
It seemed like all our listeners loved Blake last week.
Everybody loved Blake last week.
I'm back, people. Better or worse, I'm here. Not the comic strip for better or worse.
Well, that was a good comic strip.
Was it?
If you like family-centered comic strips.
Was it better than Family Circle?
Yes, 100% better.
It's really
better
great.
than High and Lois.
It's great. You can read the paper now and just read them over again.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're rerunning them.
Yes.
It was better than Kathy.
What about Foxtrot? I like Foxtrot.
Foxtrot was probably better, but I didn't get the paper that was in, so I didn't get to read it.
One of the first comic strips that had a blind character in it as a main character. It was,
I just thought they were jokingly blind. I must have missed that part.
Anyways.
I thought the person was pretending to be blind.
No, it's his girlfriend, you idiot! You're an idiot. Anyways.
Like I said, I barely read the thing. It wasn't in the newspaper that I got.
Anyways, I'm back. So I'm so happy to be here.
Oh.
Jeff can go fuck himself. Jim can go fuck himself.
What did
Blake
I
can go
do?
Fuck himself. Let me tell you, your boardroom last week was amazing. Your segment,
Best boardroom yet.
Well, of the two, yes, it probably was.
We might have saved the segment.
You might have. So this week we got Boardroom later on. I hope you guys are excited about it. We are doing a new movie. We will talk about it later. So get ready for Boardroom, everybody. This is episode 234. And anybody have any ups, down this week? Oh, Blake's not here. Sorry. Let's talk about that. Doug's here. Number one fan.
Ape hands.
Disney lover, which may not sound that great.
Are you ready for my trip report? I haven't been here since I went to Disney
I know you haven't.
the last time.
Well, let's say.
I brought souvenirs for everybody. Here. Fight amongst yourself.
Oh, shampoo, conditioner,
Body lotion.
There.
Disney vibrator?
any shower caps?
I had shower caps in there, but my daughter wanted them.
There's a vanity kit.
Yeah.
There's a vanity kit.
Yes. There's 2 vanity kits. There's 2 mouthwashes.
Oh, I could use that before the show.
There are a couple.
Wow, you brush your teeth anyway.
I do.
There's a Sea Marine Revitalizing Conditioner, a sea salt body lotion, a softening mint foot rub,
Ooh, a foot
I'm
rub.
not touching that foot rub.
some solar relief gel, some Oasis hydrating treatment.
You do look more hydrated
Body
today.
oil.
Yeah.
You do look more hydrated. So here's the thing.
Blake's made some comments about you and your family here about Disney. Is that why he's not here this week? He's afraid?
I think that's what it is, yes.
He is. Blake actually came down with, not dengue fever, what was it, Dutch Ent?
Dutch Ent disease.
Yeah,
yes.
Dutch Ent disease. So we wish him well.
I think the flora in Iceland did not sit well with him.
Or the bacon that was $25. But no, Blake is not here this week. We wish him well. Good karma for this. So he will be back in a couple weeks, actually. So we will have some guests on. Rumor has it the Dit Man's coming by next week.
What?
The Dit Man will be here.
Well, now he is manning his morning show by himself.
He
That
is.
Blake is out.
He is. So Blake unexpectedly out this week, but we wish him well, and then he'll be back in a couple weeks. So
Who spent more money to go visit their child? Me going to Disney World or him going to Iceland?
I'm going to say him. Of course, his airfare was only $99.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
Each direction. So
$200.
$198.
But Doug, traveling 15
But
hours.
$25 for bacon.
Yeah, and he ate a lot of bacon and horse.
And horse. Horse was cheap. Horse was cheap.
Horse and seafood were cheap.
Did you say semen?
Seafood.
Oh, okay. Semen is cheap too. Let me tell you.
Well, he ate raw squid and shit.
Oh, so
Nope, not this week.
we got more response on that squid semen story than we have in a long time. So, Doug, you traveled by car 14 hours to Disney.
Yes.
You can't put a price tag on those memories, right?
Getting there's half the fun.
Oh, it is. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Yes.
I think you're lying.
No, that doesn't bother me at all.
How's Georgia?
Fantastic.
We don't have any fans in Georgia. You can mock them.
No, all I
that's
know
Alabama.
I know Jeannie of Hobie, her husband hates driving through Georgia.
Georgia's a horrible state to drive through.
It's long.
Speaking of Alabama, we went to Chattanooga for another vacation, and we went into Alabama,
Yeah.
and I tried apologizing for everything.
Yes. How'd that turn out?
They were receptive to Jeff and the others.
Mm-hmm.
You, they really hate.
That could be fair. It's because I have more than a third grade education. So
See, there
You don't
you're not.
sound like it.
I don't. Think how bad it would be if I actually had education in Alabama. That's how bad it is. We wish to not apologize to Alabama. I would own at least. Go fuck yourself. But we do appreciate you listening. So thank you. So when are you going back again? Next year?
Back where?
Disney.
Probably not.
Okay.
Are you
'Cause they-
banned?
No.
Did you
no,
do something?
No,
Oh,
no, no.
You only can get 12 mortgages on a
I
house.
was say eventually they price me out too, and no,
Because they nickel and dime everything?
they're getting to it. Yes.
So that's why you stole all the.
But they're getting rid of that too. Now they're putting like the big bottles in the shower because God forbid you take the soap.
Well, they monitor your shampoo use now?
No, they just have instead of giving you little bottles every day that we swipe and
They give you big bottles that you swipe.
no, they're like
Mounted
on the wall of the shower.
Ah,
So Doug took a Phillips head
mounted on the
screwdriver
wall
with him.
in the shower.
Yeah.
I heard that about you.
I don't even know what that means.
Then you don't need to know.
Okay. Jeff, I like your Kool-Aid Man shirt today. Bust through any walls today?
That's not my Kool-Aid Man shirt.
Oh, go fool
It's
me.
just a red shirt.
Oh, sorry.
My Kool-Aid Man shirt has a big face on it.
You are a big face. Anyways,
That makes no
I'm
sense.
trying to get back into the rhythm here, okay?
Terribly. I think we need to get Blake back.
I went to the caves last week, so I had no reception. I actually tried to...
The caves?
the caves, Mammoth Caves in Kentucky. I tried to actually record a podcast down there. You don't get much reception. I was kind of surprised by it.
So how was your spelunking?
It was very good, spelunking. The oldest really enjoyed it a lot, but it was a good time. It was a fun time. We were there 4 days, 3 nights, and then stopped by the Louisville Slugger Museum on the way back, and then that was about it. I was off today. My daughter had surgery, so I was able to watch Price is Right. We got home in time for that, so that was good.
Did they win both showcases today?
No, they did not.
Oh.
But they had a deaf contestant on today. I've not seen that often.
Was that in Foxtrot?
I don't even know why I try with you. Why do I try with you? But yeah, it was nice. So nice to see Price is Right. Drew Carey does a good job with it.
Meh.
Does he have a really thin microphone?
He does.
That's the best part
There's
about
male
it.
models now.
Yes. I knew that.
So you're saying I still have a chance?
Yes.
Very much so.
If you lose about 5 or 10 pounds, I think you got it.
I know no one at home can see me, but I'm doing my arm movement.
What type of arm? It's very well done.
It's a Price is Right model arm movement.
Can you fit into a swimsuit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's a tarp.
They make them stretchy.
No, they don't. That's called spandex.
They make swimsuits out of spandex.
The joke when really large woman would ask about, does this spandex come in 3X? Ma'am, if you stretch the stuff too far, it becomes translucent. No.
So Jeff's going to translucent.
Yes.
Okay. I would pay to see that. Come to the
Would you? Okay.
Come to the expo. You can see Jeff in translucent underwear or swimsuits.
No.
And Jason's giving away free hugs.
Yes. We did get more stuff this week. Thank you, Toys R Us.
And more free hugs?
And more free hugs. Yes. My up this week was Huey Bull tweeting to Bad Ideas Podcast. He did not appreciate my comments, I don't think, but he didn't say anything bad.
Well, he didn't appreciate the fact he got his name wrong.
It was called spell check, and I called him Huey Bill.
You will.
And he asked who Huey Bill was. I feel like that's the pinnacle of my podcasting career. I got Huey Bull to respond back to me.
Yes.
If you don't know who he is, watch his movies. Very good films. Especially the one with Farmer. Which one was that?
In the Name of the King?
Yes.
Well,
A
fantastic.
Dungeon Siege Tale?
Yes.
Because if Germany wouldn't sponsor and pay for poorly made movies.
They would not. And In the Name of the King might be his pinnacle. That might be the highest point for him.
What about In the Name of the King 2?
Did they make a sequel?
I think they did.
I thought House of the Dead might have been his pinnacle.
House of the Dead was good. It had the lesser Howard's brother, Clint.
Clint.
Clint Howard was in it. Was Ray Liotta back in Name of the King Part 2? Because he really chewed some scenery in the first
He
one.
chewed a hell of a lot. I don't know. I never saw the second one. I saw the first one. That was enough.
Because he was in the first one.
He was Farmer.
He was Farmer.
I don't know.
Okay. Doug, did you see that one? Any Huey Bull movies?
No, I don't think I have.
Blood Rain 2.
No.
Postal 2.
Rampage?
The Rampage 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Not the monster movies.
Did he do Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom?
Yes, I think that was one of his.
I was talking to a relative of mine, one of my brothers, over this weekend, and he was saying how bad it was.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Someone from the Brigger clan didn't like it.
I found that hard to believe. I saw it. And it was a fantastic film. Anything you saw in the trailers, none of that was in the movies. None at all. You should
So they cut the entire trailers from the movie?
Sure, yes. Everything you'll see in the movie is completely new and surprising.
Yeah, and it actually was about it was a cartoon about superheroes. I went in the wrong theater.
Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Great film. You should all go see it. Feel my enthusiasm after I saw it. It set up the third one. The last 5 minutes was the best part.
Oh, good. You got to pay so you can get a set up for another movie.
So it's Back to the Future
Marvel
2?
paying for this?
Well, I will say it was enjoyable. I can't say it wasn't horrible.
Well, it can't be as bad as Back to the Future 2.
Back to the Future 2 is not good. I will agree with you on that.
It's not.
First and third one is good.
No, 3's terrible too.
Shut up. We've discussed this many times and you're wrong.
I went back and rewatched the first one, and I don't think it really stands up that well.
Back to
Really?
the Future?
Yes.
Wow.
So it doesn't stand the test of time?
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
I mean, it's not an awful film, but it's not. I watched
You
it.
go
I'm
put it
like,
on the poster for the 30th year. Not an awful film.
but I wouldn't put it in a top 50 list of my favorite films.
How about top 5 time travel films? Because it was on mine.
That's your list.
Yeah, it wasn't in my top 5 time travel.
No, so go see Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom if you enjoy dinosaurs like I did. I would put it above The Lost World because that was my least favorite. There was a girl that did a kick of a raptor out a window. I mean, seriously. A gymnastics kick in the Lost World. So that's why that was
Yeah, but
so
it was
low.
Jeff Goldblum's daughter, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, but it was still awful. This one was enjoyable, but it was everything you saw in the trailer. It's in the movie, and that's it. There's no surprises.
So how was Jeff Goldblum?
For the 5 minutes he was in it,
Yes, those 5 minutes.
he was in a congressional hearing that you saw in the trailer.
Oh, okay.
I absolutely loved the guy's idea on Twitter that they're going to have a Jurassic Park that takes place like 30,000 years from now. Mm-hmm. And they go back and they get DNA and stuff, samples, and they clone, and it's Jeff Goldblum.
I like it. They clone humans.
The dinosaurs in the future clone
Clone
humans.
I would pay to see a
And
movie
it's
with a
Jeff
dinosaur in
Goldblum.
a scientist coat. I would pay to see that.
What do we have here?
Are they German?
Yes.
German dinosaurs?
It's the only accent I can do.
Great. Now I picture a Tyrannosaurus Rex with a Hitler trench coat and the hat and the mustache.
Okay, it's
And
not
a
my
monocle.
It's not my
Ooh, I
fault
like the
you
monocle.
automatically think of Germans as Nazis because it's not always true.
No, that isn't always true. I'm just saying that for this scene,
It is for Jason,
No, see,
I saw Hogan's Heroes.
you racist
That's not racist.
bigot.
No, I firmly stand against Nazis. I've gone on record as that. I know
What do you
it's
think every
controversial.
German's a Nazi?
No, I don't think that.
Every time we talk about German, you're like, oh, he's a Nazi.
every time we talk about Americans, we think we're horrible people.
We are.
Well, we are.
Okay,
so-
there you go. See?
But not all Germans are Nazis, but all Americans are horrible people.
Doug, did you get kicked out of a restaurant this week?
No, I did not.
Okay, down the hall. Anyways, moving on. So go see Jurassic World because I had to see it. Anyways, moving on.
Did you write a review?
No.
What's your letter grade?
See.
Wow, that's below a B minus.
I mean, what? I don't know why people have expectations that
I
this is going to be a
didn't
good film.
My issue was, and I try to stop seeing trailers, and I usually do a good job, but I always watch the 2 trailers that they send out, like the main ones. Everything in it was, I mean, all the main parts were in it. There was one little twist that wasn't, and then Bayanaya, or whatever his name is, the director, Bayona.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyways, he actually came out today and said he was not happy with the marketing department because the trailers did spoil everything.
Good.
Did she wear heels throughout the show?
No.
Oh, I knew that. She swore she wasn't going to do it in the sequel.
No, she was not. She had it on for one scene. That was about it. So
Did they make a joke about how she was wearing heels
They
and had
may
to get
have.
rid of them?
I saw it at 10:15 at night. I'll be honest. After about the first 45 minutes, I was like, "Oh, this really is everything that I thought." Was going to be no surprise.
No, you thought it was going to be good. You were so looking
I was
forward.
excited.
You were
It's
looking
not
forward to this for 2 years.
Yeah, because it's dinosaurs. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to the next one.
Did you watch the Dinosaurs TV show?
Yes,
Okay.
that should creep me out.
Not the mama.
How many of the Land Before Time movies did you watch?
I have a young one, so we've seen 4, I think.
Okay.
The first one is really awful.
The first one's the only good one.
What about Land of the Lost?
Oh, with
yeah.
Will Ferrell or
Yeah.
the 1960s
With
one?
Will Ferrell.
I
Oh,
Will
no, that
Ferrell
was
one.
terrible. I thought you meant the show from the 60s.
You know why? Because it has Jeff's favorite comedian, Danny McBride. He's your favorite, isn't he? Tomatoes and onions. So my up this week was Yui Bowl. Jim, any ups?
No. Nothing really happened.
I've got an up.
Ooh.
What?
I got an up that our hometown Cincinnati Reds swept the Chicago Cubs in a
I was gonna say the same
4-game
thing.
series over the weekend.
I'll give you that.
While all those Northerners snuck down into our city with their loudness, and they got quieted quickly.
Yes, 4 games. They came back in the last one down 6-1.
Cubs pitching in that 4-game series gave up 30 earned runs,
And like 3 grand slams or something?
2
Or-
grand slams.
Oh, yeah, the other one was against Detroit. Never
Yes.
mind.
Did they have any downs this week?
Well, my down right now is I am drinking the Zima that Doug was nice enough to bring to me.
It is a very nice Zima.
No, it's not.
My down is this maple can kit Doug brought.
Directly from Canada.
Yeah, Canada, your maple candies aren't good.
So you open it up, put it in your mouth, and then put it back in the package?
Yes. See, it is open. Has been opened.
Jeff spitting out candy is amazing.
Jeff doesn't spit anything out.
Yeah.
Now, when you're done, put it down here by Blake's microphone and see if he eats it when he comes back.
I don't think it would matter.
You know he's not listening.
Exactly.
That maple Doug right there?
Yeah,
Can I try
yeah.
that?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm try
Oh,
that.
you can try this one. There's 99.9% of it left.
It's maple flavor. I don't think that's
You didn't get any?
No.
Oh yeah.
My parents don't love me.
No, obviously not.
I got a moose jaw hat,
Ooh.
so that was kind of nice.
Well, that's better than maple candy.
Any other downs this week? I had one. I listened to this assholes on this podcast last week. My God! Hobie episode 233. Those guys are fucking assholes.
Best episode ever, I heard.
It was titled Worst.
Well, that was the title. It's ironic.
I don't get it.
Exactly.
Is it like rain on your wedding day?
Exactly.
10,000 spoons?
When all you need is a knife.
That's true.
It's like meeting the girl of your dreams and realizing she's 12.
It's one.
I knew that was coming.
It's wanting John Stamos and settling for Dave Coulier. Cut it out. Anyways, moving on. Westworld. Everyone get caught up on Westworld.
I am.
I watched in the last 3 days like a season and a half.
Oh my God.
So
I'm not only saying "oh my God" to you watching a season and a half of Westworld in the days. I'm saying "oh my God" to this Maple.
It's terrible. I can't believe you haven't spit it out yet.
I swallow, okay? I'm committed.
he is not a quitter.
Pot committed to that maple candy. 30 seconds. I'll give you 30 more seconds.
She says. It happens to everybody. Anyway, so what did you think of the season finale?
I was a little disappointed, a little let down.
Why is that?
I think they went in a direction that honestly makes no sense.
Okay. There will be spoilers here for the next couple minutes.
Yes.
Did you read the Entertainment Weekly articles? I feel like you needed those to help with some
Well,
of this thing.
that's another problem. If you need to read the articles to figure out what's going on,
Yes,
it's not good.
I agree.
No, I did not read the EW articles.
Okay, so here we go. Spoilers here, quick. When the Man in Black, William,
Yeah?
is in that little time loop thing again, like he's a bot
Yeah.
at the end.
At the very end, yeah.
The Jonathan Nolan said that takes place in the far future. So that
Okay.
part is there's 3 timelines now. Well, 3.
There's more than 3.
Well, that
but
they've touched. Sorry, there's the past, present, and future, and that's in the future. So
Okay.
he said that one is,
so what he actually did in this timeline, it was him. He wasn't a bot.
as far as you know, yes.
Because
Yes.
I was getting confused because he cut his arm open to, I think, try and prove that
But
he
you
wasn't.
never saw what the result was.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'll be pissed if he's a bot but doesn't think he is.
Is there 2 Doloreses at the end of this season?
Oh yeah,
Is there, or is the one Dolores the old-fashioned one, the cowboy one, is that just in Bernard's mind?
I would say there are 2 Doloreses.
Okay. There's the real one, the original one, who's now Charlotte, is take over Charlotte's body. And then she made a new Dolores.
Well, the original one was dead.
Correct. Okay, sorry.
They put her
yes.
thing into
Her consciousness.
into
to Charlotte.
Charlotte
A-
or a
Body of
a
Charlotte.
host of Charlotte.
Thank you for Charlotte's backside in that episode. That was well done. Well done, naked backside. We finally got some nudity. And then the door this year was actually a real door to somewhere. Thank God. Well, for the host.
Well, for the hosts, yes.
I am just glad that 3 actual members of the park
The park staff.
staff survived.
Yes.
3 of them.
2 of them are just menial cleanup guys.
Oh, now they're the boss.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I did not like that they killed Elsie.
Oh, I didn't like that either, but, well,
I like-
as that scene was coming, you're like, one of them is going to be dead.
Uh-huh.
I was hoping Elsie
Charlotte.
was going to be smart enough to realize what Charlotte was going to do,
Yep.
but she didn't.
Yeah, that was a shame. I liked Elsie.
But then again, I think Elsie had to die for Bernard to go ahead and do what he did.
Yeah.
She was the turning point.
Yeah.
Bernard, I love him and I hate him. I like some of the stuff he does, but I get bored with some of his talks.
A lot of it was because you're never sure where it happens in
happens.
line, so.
And then the head security guard, he's a host.
He was?
Yes. The Hemsworth guy.
Yeah.
He's a host.
Ashley?
Yes. Because he's the one that let Charlotte get on the thing.
Yeah.
And then Jonathan Nolan said in the interview that, yes, he is a host. Because he's the one that could decipher that Charlotte was actual host host. And he let her through.
Yeah, because he made the comment to her.
Well, I knew she was.
Yeah.
But,
so he is a host as well.
So then only 2 humans survived then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
he
so.
was counting Ashley as one of the...
Yeah, I guess so. That would be 2. Yeah. So
I just thought, because weren't they, like, doing whatever putting those things into people's necks to find out if they were real or not.
And Jonathan Nolan again said in the interview again, which we don't know. Ford made it so that some of them could get through.
He created a backdoor type thing.
So there you go. I'm intrigued by next season. They said it takes place outside of the park.
Well, obviously.
There is no park.
But are we ever going to see the other 3 worlds? And he said that you might, because you only saw what was happening on a couple of them.
Yeah, people might have escaped from other worlds, too.
Correct. So I thought we would get a surprise of the other worlds, like a sneak peek, like we did last year with the Samurai world. I was very upset Maeve died, though. I like her.
Oh, she's not dead.
She'll be back.
You think she'll be back?
The 2 people who helped her gain her enlightenment are the 2 people who are given control of her body.
That is true. That is true.
They're like, see if you can salvage these people, and then they show her.
Yeah, those 2 guys are like, yeah, okay, well,
We're going to start here.
They did say that the people that went into Eden, like basically the heaven area,
Yeah.
you're probably not going to see them again.
no, because they went in and then
They went to a virtual heaven.
yeah, what's her name? Dolores sent them away or separated them
Like a
from
giant
everything.
Google server now.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will never find them. I enjoyed it, though. I mean, I liked it. I thought the last episode was good, but I didn't think it was too revealing until the last, 20 minutes, and you're like, oh, shit, okay.
I think overall, as a whole, the season was down from the first season. I really liked, and I know we discussed this on Instant Message, but I really liked the ones that were kind of like the standalone episodes this season.
I don't disagree with you on that.
Especially the one about
Native
the
American?
Yeah,
That was a damn good episode.
That was probably the best episode of the season.
yeah. I think the guy should get Oscar nomination
Emmy.
Thank you, Emmy, an Emmy nomination for his performance
Of
there.
Aki.
I think the Shogun world where they go into it, I really like that one too. I like that one. Just because the lady cut the guy's head off completely.
Well,
mostly.
not really. It really cut his head off. She cut his head in half.
Correct. That is true. That is true.
She cut out the jaw and just went across.
I enjoyed the first season more, but I still like the season a lot. There's a couple of things that bother me with it that kind of kept going, like Dolores' monologuing. That really annoys me.
Yeah, which is what bothers me about where the show is going to go. Is Dolores is pretty much
The worst character on
the
the show.
one character
Yes.
that it's going to be centered around her out in the real
Between
world.
her and Bernard.
Yeah. And those are my 2 least favorite characters. I like Maeve. I like her band of,
Yeah.
misfits. I love the guy in black. Not William, but Maeve's guy. Maeve's boyfriend.
Hector?
Oh, Hector, yeah.
I love his character. William, I'm like, he's got to be we got to be wrapping this up soon, right?
Yeah, William seemed to.
But they said in the future, basically, that's punishment was,
He just has to relive the whole
endless
thing.
loop.
So he has to kill his daughter over and over and over
Yep.
again.
Yep. And what about Logan? He overdosed back
Yeah.
in the past. Poor Logan. I really liked him.
Nah.
Yeah, no, I don't feel sympathy for Logan. He was kind of a dick in season 1.
He was a dick in season
Just
1.
because William became a bigger dick doesn't mean Logan was less of a dick.
So that entire family's dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless she had a child before getting killed by William.
I was
the daughter.
expecting William to actually be the one that killed his wife. I thought he would put pain medicine in or make her overdose, but she just basically couldn't handle
Him. Yeah.
and what she found what he did in Westworld. So that was kind of surprising. I thought he was going to be the main. He was the reason, but she still had her own choice to make on that.
Do we know, did she read his card or whatever with his...
She put the card down on the laptop and saw everything he did in
And
Westworld.
saw a lot of stuff.
Okay,
he
so
did.
she
That's
did
when
see
she
it.
went in-
Okay.
Yeah, she did that, and then she took the card and put it in
The jewelry
box, and then went
For
to
the
bed.
daughter to find.
Yep.
Okay.
I did think it was funny, though, when Dolores is trying to figure out what humans are. She reads, 5 people's things. Yeah, I think I got the gist of it. Humans are pretty simple. 10,000 lines. Have a good day. So, I enjoyed the season, but it was... I agree with you. I think I like the standalone episodes a lot more than the overall arc of it.
I did like when Dolores was reading the books and they kind of showed, and it looked like the player piano scrolls is how it was written in the books.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
That's clever.
But
Okay.
I really like the music in the show.
The music is very well done.
When you're listening to like
Heart-shaped
box
Yeah.
on piano, I would say there's a Paint It Black they did.
Yeah.
They even made that fucker Kanye West acceptable, his music.
Yeah, I missed that because
That was episode 1, I think. And we got to talk about the Bulls running. From the Super Bowl commercial, they finally paid off. And when he...
that was in the Super Bowl commercial.
I
I don't even
completely
remember.
forgot it was. I forgot all about it. But when that bull hits the one and they go over the ledge, oh
Yeah.
my God, that was awesome.
No, that was a great moment when the Bulls are running and Maeve's like walking with the Bulls
Yes.
as they're charging. That was great.
She was very Jedi-like. More Jedi-like this time.
It's like, took you guys a while. I had to figure out how to do it myself.
And then my other issue was when Maeve is holding people and all that stuff, fucking everybody start running to the door. Come on, you're going slow. All of them, even when they were running up. Stop looking at everybody attacking, just jump in. So is that just a field? Is that all it is? Or do you think it's a real world?
It's whatever they want it.
Okay.
And
Although apparently Teddy was in one all by himself.
Is he by himself? I thought he was with everyone else. But
He was standing there alone.
but it looked like the same
It
world.
looked like the same world,
Yeah.
but it could have just been a copy of the same world because I didn't see Teddy go through
great.
the
Now
doorway.
going really deep.
Well, she could have put him in there.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Dolores?
Dolores?
Rhymes with the name of the bodyguard?
Mulva?
Let's do some listener feedback.
Now time for the bomb listener feedback brought to you by the Red Hen, where we make sure it's okay to refuse service to anybody based on your political beliefs. So starting off, from Doug. Why don't we let Doug read this one?
Okay. Will Black Panther make it to $700 million? It needs about $345,000 left more.
It should. It made 40,000 this week, right?
About that, yeah.
I'm going to
And
say no.
Is that domestically?
Yes, just domestic.
Oh.
It's
I hope
lumping
so.
in.
We got to talk to Cincy Explorer and see if he's going to go see it another 100 times.
Yes, come on. Pick it up. It deserves it. It definitely deserves
Was
it.
it only 3 movies have made $700 million?
Is that what it is?
2, 3? Avatar, Star Wars. Is that it?
Well,
Might be it.
Yeah, because Avengers is Infinity War is not going to make it.
Yeah.
Did the first Avengers make it?
No.
No.
no, I don't think so.
I really am surprised Infinity War is not bigger than what it was. It's big, but I was expecting a lot bigger than what it was.
What did Titanic end up at?
Ooh, that's
Oh,
another- That was...
Did that get over? I know it had
That was
over
900.
$1 billion worldwide, but I don't know what it had
Yeah.
domestically.
Doug's looking this up because he's good. I say it still makes it. 345, let's do it.
I say it doesn't. What it's making now, it's got to be out for a lot longer than they let movies stay in
8
theaters.
more weeks?
Just keep doing it, Disney. Come on. Do it.
Star Wars, Force Awakens, 936. Avatar, 760. Black Panther, 699.
Wow, Titanic did it?
659.
Wow. Come on, Black Panther, do it. I may have to go to theater now to see it again.
I think number 3 overall for domestic is still impressive.
Four,
Whether
number
you
four.
hit, he just said it was 3.
Three.
Oh, it's 3 now.
It's
Oh,
ahead of Titanic.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
It's Star Wars, Avatar, Black Panther, Infinity War, Titanic.
Okay, I'm fine with that then. I'm fine with top 5.
Okay, Infinity War is 30 million behind. Does it catch it?
No.
I think it's got a better chance.
It hasn't been out as long.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's still.
Black Panther came out in February.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still pretty impressive. That's
Yeah, the fact that it still is in
Well,
theaters.
just a couple of weeks ago when Avengers Infinity War came up, it shot up to number 5 again. It was at number 7 and 8 for a while and shot up to number 5 when Infinity War came out. I'm fine with it if it would because I really like that movie. I thought they did a hell of a job with it. So, better question: will Avatar 2 make that?
So, easy.
Easy.
That's going to be 100 or
1 billion.
that's going to be $1 billion domestically.
Yes.
In 2 weeks.
I'm not talking how much Disney spent on Avatar Land.
How much they spent on advertising for it?
Oh, that's right. Yes, everybody loves Avatar Land.
Pandora, the world of Avatar.
I know what you're talking about. There's plants. We got plants. Great. For all you botanists out there, really gonna love it.
Bioluminescent plants. They glow. It's fantastic.
Take some LSD as everything glows.
No. We don't promote drug use.
No, I'm not saying do it.
No, yes, you are. You just said take it.
I'm Kevin Spacey.
Okay, let's go on. From Nikki. Pretty sure I didn't provide any feedback for the last episode, and I've never read Interview with the Vampire. Is Blake on crack?
Well, we don't promote crack, but he might be.
We think actually Blake was coming down with some virus or something, which led
Dutch
to
Ents.
Dutch Ent, so which lead him being out this week. So pretty much we think most of the listener feedback was developed something from Blake's mind.
Hot flashes.
Yeah, so
It was a fever dream.
It was either a fever dream or he's going through menopause. I'm not sure which one.
Okay, but in this day and age, can we trust somebody from New Zealand? That could be fake news.
Well, you mean like the guy from New Zealand that hopped on a plane to Australia, then to L.A., then to Washington, then took a bus to Richmond just to try and kidnap a teenage girl?
What?
Saw it on the news today.
What?
Some New Zealand guy met some girl on internet gaming or whatnot, and on Discord chat, and decided he was going to come to our country and try and nail.
Well, you got to give
her.
a guy that's a lot of dedication.
This is why we need the wall.
build the wall.
Build the wall.
I don't
With our
think he-
border in New Zealand. New Zealand.
Build the wall between U.S. and New Zealand.
That's
I'm
right.
all for it.
Yes.
Down the hall.
Although he tried to break into the family's house, he threw a paver stone or whatever through the window of the back door, tried to reach around and open the door, reaching his arm through until he got shot.
Did he die?
I don't think he was dead,
Oh.
unless the news didn't report
Welcome
it.
to America.
Yep.
Good thing we have guns.
That's right. That's right.
In New Zealand, they were throwing a koala at him.
The drop bears would have gotten him.
Have some eucalyptus.
Yes, but he did have a knife and a roll of duct tape with him.
I would have had no problem if the guy shot him about 6 more times.
Mother, the girl's
No
mother.
problem if the mother would have done it.
He'll probably get off on something because he shouldn't have been shot because guns are bad, and his intent wasn't to hurt her at all. He just likes to fix things, and he needs the knife to cut the duct tape.
I was coming over to fix the plumbing.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think it was the prosecutor who was talking and said, "Let's get this straight. He is not the victim of this."
Well done, prosecutor.
Thank you.
I feel like a victim of bad candy because I'm still stuck on this maple.
I don't know why you haven't spit that out yet.
It is awful.
So is that worse than a lollipop you may have put in your mouth?
Moving on. Let's see what else we got. Nick Albright.
Oh yeah.
Nick, I missed you last week. They bastardized your music. Let me help you here.
Man, that wow.
Oh, yeah, Nick. Give it to us hard. Sex in the air, royalty-free music. Free stock music. If there's nothing sexier than stock music.
Okay.
Turn disc over.
Jefferson. Dan Deerdorf shows up at your house
Oh, damn.
dressed as a hobo. Fuck, marry, or kill.
Better question. Is Dan Deerdorf dead?
No.
Oh.
I'm worried about this because I know it's going to lead into a different question that's worse next week. Because I think people know how much we are not fans of, or at least I am not fans of Dan Deerdorf and his terrible, terrible football commentating.
Is he worse than John Madden?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he is. So my instinct is to say kill him.
Yeah.
But then I just know next week it's going to be
Somebody else.
who's worse than Dan Deerdorf, and kill won't be an option. So,
Would you fuck him? Because he does have some nice sweaters.
No, but he's dressed as a hobo.
Oh,
Dressed as a hobo.
so
Yeah.
it's tattered sweaters.
Tattered sweaters. He probably smells.
Oh.
I think that's just Dan Deerdorf in general. Smells like salmon and stew.
I'm still going to kill.
It's gonna get awful. So,
He comes to my door dressed like a hobo. I'm shooting.
but you dress
America.
you dress like a hobo.
What's your point?
Okay. You just don't want anyone infringing on your style.
That's it. I have it copyrighted.
I want to know who your next victim is next week.
Well, we'll have to wait.
Yes.
Wait and see. Our next listener feedback from Besotted Geek regarding a Hobie cocktail.
For Canadian of the Year duties, we asked him to come up with a Hobie cocktail.
And he presents the Hobie cocktail. Give a rocks glass a Goldschlager rinse, discarding any extra.
By drinking it.
No. You put in another glass and use it so you make multiple.
And then when you're done making them, you drink whatever's left.
Don't doubt the bartender.
In a separate glass, muddle 1/2 ounce maple syrup.
Ah, not maple.
Oh.
Oh.
Dashes of lemon bitters. Add 3 ounces of bourbon and ice. Stir. Strain into your first glass.
As a guy that's eating maple candy right now,
We probably shouldn't have read that after trying this maple candy.
at least it's not maple candy you're putting in there. My God, this thing is not dying. It's not even you can't even chew it up.
No, it's like hard candy. You're supposed to suck on it.
I am, and I'm trying to eat it. It's worse than Werther's.
Well, Werther's is good, but
No, is it?
What's worse than what?
Werther's.
Werther's.
Werther's!
You know what, guys? I'm glad that you did. I wasn't here last week. Kevin Spacey, calm down. No, these fuckers were trying to impersonate me last week. And you know what? It takes a lot of skill to come from New Zealand all the way to Virginia. Okay? You gotta give me some credit. My buddy was just in town, okay? That's all he was doing.
Okay, from MJMM Clucks regarding celebrity meet and greets in person. In pre-Castle days, I saw Nathan Fillion at an airport gate. He was nice when I complimented him on his work. Then he helped an old woman down the aisle to her seat. Woman would have swooned if they had seen him helping that person.
I would have swooned. I love Nathan Fillion.
I swooned just reading this.
Oh. And he is in a new TV show, The Rookie. He's a 40-year-old LA cop.
Ooh. Better than a 40-year-old baseball player.
Well, of course, one of my friends responded, "What's more unbelievable? He's in a new show playing a cop, or that he's trying to pass himself as a 40-year-old cop." Poor Nathan. I love you.
I did see with the Richard Castle novel in the bookstore for like $3.
Nicky Heat.
Yep.
Ooh.
Next, from Sean at Pittsburgh Nerd. Listening to Hobie episode 230 this week, and I really felt sorry for Jason.
What?
I mean, your impressions are bad, but I thought those guys were your friends.
Worst thing you can call us is friends.
Yes.
I think if you really knew Jason, you wouldn't feel bad for him.
No, not at all. If you,
No.
Probably not.
If you knew him, if you've ever met him, no.
Hashtag Saint Brigger. Thank you. Thank you, Besotted Geek.
This reminds me of a guy I went to college with who I ran across country with him, and he was an annoying asshole. He had some mental problems, but everybody saw us making fun of him, and people who didn't run it said, "You guys are mean. You can't believe you guys are mean to this guy." And this one guy said this to us, and then he ran with us for a year, and he's like, "Boy, that asshole gets everything he deserves." That's just like you.
I never ran cross country.
No, it just reminds me of him.
What have I done?
Exactly.
You get everything you deserve.
Some people just want to watch the wood bug.
Yep. Here he goes again.
So, Doug, when you were in Disney, did you ever pee on a plant? I'm just asking.
That's his Harvey Weinstein impersonation.
Oh.
Okay, moving on. From Besotted Geek. I miss Brigger, if for no other reason than keeping that D&D discussion at bay to this point. Noble work, sir. You fought the good fight.
there's
Saint Brigger.
You know, I try to get these fuckers away from D&D, but it never works out.
Yet you're the one that oversees the intern making up the outline.
Well, Rob,
and you had that
story.
that story in the outline for 2 months.
I did.
So we finally had to discuss it last week.
On the positive, I didn't have to sit and listen to it. When I was listening to the episode on the way to Jurassic World, I sped moded that part, so that was good.
Well, I'm glad he doesn't give a crap what anybody thinks. I think I would just speed listen to it every time he talks.
You're funny.
From Chris Richardson, what Star Wars standalone movie do you guys think shouldn't be made?
Well, I don't think we have to make that decision anymore. Disney's making that decision.
Yeah, all of them, apparently.
Boba Fett, done. Obi-Wan, done. Anything else? Salacious Crumb, done.
What? No Salacious Crumb?
No
film?
Salacious Crumb. I'm very upset with
My
that.
answer to this is they shouldn't do the remake of Episode 8 because a bunch of stupid fans signed a petition.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he did it! He spit out the maple candy!
God. I have no taste buds now. You know what? Fucking idiots. Why are people doing this? Why are people doing this? Sign this petition, get a whole new version of The Last Jedi. If you don't like it that much, who cares?
Then don't watch it. That's all you have to do.
They ruined Star Wars! Oh, wait, Force Awakens came out. You ruined Star Wars! It's the same movie as Star Wars New Hope! Okay, we're doing something different.
You ruined Star Wars by not making an exact copy of Empire Strikes Back! Oh, when Empire Strikes Back came out, people were like, you ruined Star Wars with this depressing crap!
Did Kevin Spacey become a Star Wars fan?
That wasn't Kevin Spacey.
Oh, sorry.
That was just an annoying Star Wars fan. Blake.
Unfortunately, we now have them outside our studio.
Well, Dr. Number One's riling them all up.
Yes.
Honestly, that petition, did Blake start it?
Yes. He also signed it 12,000 times. He has a lot of aliases. And let's wrap this up.
And from Professor Number One at Dr. Number One, does Jeff ever get tired of explaining jokes to Jason?
No.
What happened?
I would after like the third one because they're normally pretty obvious.
Oh, they're usually obvious, but, you know, sometimes in life I have to feel superior to someone for something. So actually explaining jokes to Jason kind of gives me that, hey, there's at least somebody that I'm better than at something, like understanding humor or something like that.
And reading.
And not pronouncing the R in wash.
Fucking hate you guys. Fucking hate you. All of you.
For the record, I saw my mom over the weekend, and she said something about Warsh. I said, Jason says the same thing, and they give him so much crap about it. Well, that's how we used to say it back in whenever.
At least I don't call Cincinnati Cincinnati. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my really big pet peeves is people call it Xavier. So, yeah, it's at Xavier University in Cincinnati. What? That place doesn't exist.
We do have one thing from Dev. It's a would you rather. And this is where you have to choose one. Would you rather have any music you hear for a year be accompanied by Brigger's sexy talk? How's it going, baby? Yeah, get it on. Dubbed in. Or you have to watch the Supreme Overlord's golden shower tape every time you get sexually aroused for the rest of your life.
I want to know when we agreed to this, because I must have, this would you rather, because all it is people thinking of two of the most terrible situations and saying, you have to do one. I mean, pull the trigger. I mean, just pull the trigger.
Which one are you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing neither.
Nope, you got to pick one.
Jeff's taking death.
I'm taking death. Pull the trigger.
Yeah, it's about 2 years away from you anyway, so okay, speed it up.
These are your fans, Jeff. I mean,
Jim, what are you doing?
I think I'd have to listen. I don't listen to a lot of music, so I think I can get through with that.
Okay.
The problem is, it'd be great at the bar when people play the jukebox, and that just gets dumped into.
oh yeah.
That would punish everybody else.
So does everybody hear it,
Oh,
or
yeah.
just you hear
I think
it?
everybody-
I think everybody hears it.
Doug, what are you taking?
I'd go with the music.
It's at least only a year.
Yeah, and I don't really listen to a lot of music either.
Yeah. So, nobody wants to see the golden shower tape?
No.
Of any sort?
No.
No, not really.
No.
I don't understand the appeal to that.
No, I don't either. Moving on, let's get some news of the geek.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Fans will get to see Gina Prince Bythewood's first Marvel-related project when the pilot she helmed for Freeform's Cloak and Dagger actually airs this month, doesn't it?
Yeah, it aired like 2 weeks ago.
There you go. But it's entirely possible the director will get a second chance to tackle some more Marvel characters with Sony's Silver and Black. Spider-Man spin-off, which will follow the characters of Silver Sable and Black Cat, was originally scheduled to begin shooting this past March, with the goal of hitting theaters early next year. However, reports soon emerged that the film's production has been delayed indefinitely. That's a good sign. Now, in an interview with Screen Rant, the Silver and Black director has provided an update on the movie's progress. The update is just really pounding out the script right now, Gina Prince Bythewood said, further stressing the importance of nailing the story. It all starts with the script. You got to have a great script, so we want to make sure that's right before we jump in.
Wait a minute.
I'll be honest, Sony has
That's a new way of Sony making movies, isn't it?
Did they see Fantastic Four?
Let's have a good script for. Oh, that was Fox, though, wasn't it?
Oh, that was Fox. Venom.
You need a script?
Spider-Man 2. Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Garfield and Electro.
Not good.
No. The fact that the folks working on Silver and Black are putting a lot of effort into developing the script isn't too surprising, especially since just before being delayed, Sony recruited Lindsay Beer, great name, from Chaos Walking, Geneva Robertson Duarte from Captain Marvel to pen a new draft. Also, prior to this, Chris Yost from Thor Ragnarok and Lisa Joy from Westworld worked on a version of the script.
It's a lot of people the script is going through.
Is there any calling that people care about these two characters, though?
I mean, I think it'd be interesting. I mean, no one cared about Guardians of the Galaxy, so
That's true.
If they do it correctly, it could be an interesting movie.
Never a big Silver Sable fan. I like Black Cat.
I'm just saying, with all these people are they going to have a unified storyline?
No.
Eventually somebody's going to take over it and then put it all together.
Yeah.
But
Or is it going to be like Justice League where everybody has a hand in it?
yeah,
Let's see here. Also, we talked about this a couple months ago, and
I think we broke the story.
We did break the story.
I saw so many other people reporting on it and talking about it months after we broke it.
Smallville actress Allison Mack's involvement in the alleged sex cult NXIVM only grows more disturbing, per the New York Times and the Daily Beast. Mack has been slapped with sex trafficking and forced labor conspiracy charges, alongside founder Keith
Rainier.
And awaits trial in New York. In an odd move, Mack recently sat down with the New York Times Magazine to reveal more than her attorneys will appreciate.
This is fantastic information here. I'm glad she came out to pretty much just damn herself.
She, if you don't know much about NXIVM, you should listen to her, prior podcast about it. Writer and comedian Brock Wilbur has previously published extensive research on the cult's attempts to recruit him to write for their now defunct website. Let's see here. He also worked on a podcast in an effort to bring it down, and the details are simply astounding to behold. Mack, who told writer Vanessa Kragorock
I was waiting for that one.
the slave branding that she did to each of these people was her idea, and it was no big deal. Quote, in her apartment, I was surprised to hear Mac take full responsibility for coming up with the DOS cauterized brand. She told me, I was like, y'all, a tattoo? People get drunk and tattooed on their ankle, BFF, or a tramp stamp. I have 2 tattoos and they mean nothing. She wanted to do something more meaningful, something that took guts.
The problem is when you force it on people, it's really not taking guts.
Prosecutors have alleged that the branding took place in ceremonies in which slaves were filmed while having their public pubic regions
Public pubic, what's
Same
the
difference.
their pubic regions branded with founder asshole's initials. The women were also kept on restrictive diets and confined in cages for punishment for not adhering to dietary or other rules. Turns out that Mac once tried to recruit Emma Watson into the fold. Mac talks about how she entered NXIVM and delivers a whole lot of cult speak about how the organization was really a self-help one that boosted her career. It didn't. And the entire affair sounds like a lot like Scientology, of course, with a sex twist. Rainier's roots and journey to a fanatical leader got some heavy coverage as well, and you can check them out on the New York Times and Daily Beast. And Mac's attorneys also have scrambled to clean up some of her talking about it. Saying, no, she's wrong. She's going to jail for a long time, right?
Yes.
She should, right? And if anybody asks you to join a cult, don't. It's just not cool.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Well, it depends if they have some really good ideas.
Dog cages.
Ooh. Branding. Let me think about that.
Hi, you remember this girl from Smallville? Nope. Okay, well, she's one of the leaders. Hi, do you remember Kevin James? Yeah, he's one of the leaders. Not in this, but if he gets one.
I've belonged to a lot of cults in my time, both as a follower and a leader. As a follower was much more fun, but there was more money in being a leader.
Thank you, Creed.
Creed Bratton.
I love Creed. He was a serial killer, right?
We don't know. He was just wanted by the police.
In many states.
He did get arrested on the last episode.
You guys ready? Let's go. Let's do it. That is your News of the Geek. And we also have a new promo coming up here.
Ooh.
Yeah. See, we are on cutting edge here with some of our friends here. This is a new one. It's from Christian and Damien's Amazing Nerd Show. So check it out.
Hey, this is Christian.
Hey, this is Damon.
And this is the Amazing Nerd Show.
We're a podcast that takes a deep dive into nerd culture. Every episode, we will talk comics, movies, video games, and even wrestling.
You can find us on iTunes. You can find us on Podbean. The Amazing Nerd Show. The show you never knew you wanted.
Jeff, what are you doing September 14th through 16th?
I'm going to the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
At the Duke Energy Convention Center. Come to stop by. Hobie will be there.
We will.
We'll have a booth. We'll be playing trivia.
We'll have wonderful prizes.
Full of prizes. You can try to beat us in trivia, and we'll be recording the podcast down there as well. Stop by and say hi. And along with that, you also have Catwoman from Gotham who's going to be there.
Ooh, I
Carmen.
can't. Say her last name, Jay.
Can't say her last name. Can't say it. LeVar Burton's going to be there.
The Reading Rainbow.
Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Anyways, moving on. We also have Winter is coming. Who is that, Jeff?
Nikolai Coster-Waldau.
Thank you for saying that.
No, it's not even Winter's coming. He's a Lannister.
Yeah, but for Jason, all of Game of Thrones is Winter is coming.
It's his one of his first appearances this side of the Mississippi. So come see him. You can go to CincinnatiComicExpo.com and get tickets. We also have Doug's favorite person, Agent Coulson, is going to be there.
Yes.
You getting pictures? You getting pictures? I think you should.
I might buy the $90 thing. I'm not sure.
It might be worth it with Agent Coulson.
Yes, I don't know.
I loved him in Sports Night.
Yes, me too.
Loved him in Sports Night.
And the New Adventures of Old Christine.
We also have Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario. It's me, Mario. That was almost close, right?
That was probably your best impersonation. Thank you. I was trying to put impersonation and impression together. It didn't work.
Impressionation.
Yes,
And
that was your best impressionation to date.
Thank you.
That's what Jason does. He does impressionations.
And the Karate Kid himself is going to be there. Who is that, Jeff? William
Zabka.
That's right. Not Ralph Macchio. He was here last year. We got William this year. So September 14th through the 16th, Duke Energy Convention Center. Usually every Tuesday they have announcements. You can also follow the announcements over on History of Bad Ideas. We repeat them over there. And you can get tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com.
And you just mentioned a few, but you didn't mention Carl Urban. You didn't mention Peter Bayhew. I mean, there's a large
amount of people.
Yes.
That's why we try every week to break it down.
We didn't even mention Summer Glau. And
yes.
You know how much I'm looking forward to seeing Summer Glau.
Hopefully
I at least get to see her.
I don't know if they're going to let you.
I mean, come on. We'll be on the opposite side of the convention hall.
That's true.
Maybe they'll put her in a booth next to us.
That's not happening.
Oh,
Jason,
wow.
is it true that the reason that Kobe Smulders is not coming is last week when you were on quote-unquote vacation, you were actually stalking her and she didn't feel safe?
She did not appreciate my slamming salmon reference, I think is the reason. So I do apologize for that. But yes, keep look at Cincinnati Comic Expo, and we'll see you September 14th through 16th.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right. No real bombs to report this week. So we'll just go right on to the box office report of June 22nd through June 24th of 2018. Number 1, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom made $150 million in its opening weekend on a $170 million budget.
Already over 500 million worldwide.
So it's pulling in the money.
Yes.
It's doing all right, even though the reviews aren't too good.
They said they were ecstatic with the money, though. In the first weekend, they were actually expecting it to be about 130 to 140.
Ah, so it did more than expected.
Yes.
That's because Chris Pratt was begging everybody on Twitter to go see it.
I know, but he wasn't shirtless. Very disappointed.
Oh, now that'd keep people away from seeing it.
Now no one's going to see it in week 2.
Sorry.
Number 2, The Incredibles 2 made $81 million, a total of $350.5 million on a $200 million budget. Still have to see that, but I want to see it.
I do, too. I gotta see it. Doug, did you see it?
Not yet. No.
You're a Disney fan!
I heard people who did see it, and they really enjoyed it. So
Third one is a possibility, they said. Brad Bird.
Number 3 this week, Ocean's 8 made another $12 million, a total of $100.5 million. That's $100 million, 0.5, on a budget of $70 million. I'd like to see it. I don't know if I'll see it in the theater, though.
I'll see it when it comes on video. Direct to, video on demand.
Number 4, this is where things start to really drop off. Tag is at $8 million. Total of $30.5 on a budget of $28 million.
it's already made money.
So it's made money. Tag 2 will be coming out shortly.
Did you see that
hope
there's did you see it, Jim?
No.
Oh, there's competitive tag locations that you can play indoor.
Oh, yeah. Did you share that? Or?
No, I saw it on Facebook today, and then I started going down
Yeah.
a rabbit hole on it.
Oh, I saw on Facebook and stopped. I'm like, okay, that looks interesting. Bye.
Yeah. What else we got?
And Deadpool 2, another $5.5 million, a total of $304 million on a $110 million budget.
I think that's a hit.
Deadpool 3 coming out next?
They said may not be. It may be X-Force. They may
Okay.
not do Deadpool 3.
But Deadpool will be in
Yes.
X-Force.
But they killed off all the X-Force.
not all of them. Spoilers.
Wow.
How many weeks has it been out?
2? I haven't seen it.
It's not been out 2.
A month.
Well, I wasn't here last week, so I don't know, fuckers.
So you can't tell the time because you weren't
Yes,
here?
that's right.
It's not my fault you went and saw Jurassic World instead.
It was a
Or
great film.
Solo instead.
It was a great film. You need to go see Jurassic World.
Upcoming June 29th, 2018, we got Sicario, Day of the Soldado.
Scario.
Yeah.
It's not Scario. Are we going to fire Bubba, the new
Bubba
intern?
might be in trouble.
But Sicario, Day of Soldado, it's the sequel to the movie called Sicario. It's the drug war on the U.S.-Mexican border has escalated as the cartels have begun trafficking terrorists across the U.S. border. To fight the war, federal agent Matt Graver reteams with the Mercurial Alejandro.
Did the first one do that good?
I didn't think so, but
I thought it did well enough that
Obviously, there's a sequel.
maybe it did well overseas.
Yes. The next one is the one I'm interested in. Uncle Buck's sequel.
You're actually interested in Uncle Drew?
No. No. God, no.
Retired NBA players dressing older than they
Yes.
really are.
or as Uncle Drew, it's after draining his life savings to enter a team in the Rucker Classic Streetball Tournament in Harlem, Dax, Little Rel Howery, is dealt a series of unfortunate setbacks, including losing his team to his longtime rival, Nick Kroll. Desperate to win the tournament and the cash prize, Dax stumbles upon the man, the myth, and the legend, Uncle Drew, NBA All-Star Kyrie Irving, and convinces him to return to the court once more. The two men embark on a road trip to round up Drew's old basketball squad, Shaquille O'Neal, Chris Webber, Reggie Miller, Nate Robinson, and Lisa Leslie, and prove that a group of septuagenarians can still win the big one.
They can't.
After a successful 5 years as a fan-favorite digital episodic series, originally conceived by Pepsi, Uncle Drew's will hit theaters June 29th.
Unfortunately, they lose the game because Chris Webber calls a timeout at the most unfortunate time during the street ball tournament. Timeout! Does anyone care about this movie?
I got free passes to go see it, and I gave them away.
Doug, you're a big Uncle Drew fan. Are you excited about this?
I saw the trailer on one of the movies
Yeah.
I had seen. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yes.
This can't be real.
No, it is
Maybe
real.
maybe it could. Maybe it's campy enough to.
Shaq is doing it because he wants to spearhead this into Kazam 2. So he said this might be a good comeback for him.
I'm just,
What about Steel?
Ooh, Steel 2.
I'm just hoping his team loses to Grandmama's team. Larry Johnson comes out
Poor
there.
Larry Johnson. What happened to him? What else we got, Jeff?
Time for buy sell, where we take the stock of the career of actors in Hollywood and decide if we are going to hold on to the stock or sell it. We've got Chris Pratt here. According to Hollywood Stock Exchange, he is going for $186.87 a share. In comparison, someone like Vin Diesel goes for $161.56. Buy or sell Chris Pratt stock.
Thank you. He's got Guardians Galaxy 3, Avengers Infinity War 2.
Wait, he can't have Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He's dead in this universe.
No, he's coming back. Spoilers!
Oh.
Sorry, Blake. Avengers 2, or the Infinity War 2.
No, he's already dead. Can't come back in that either.
Jurassic World 3. He's dead in that too, spoilers. So he's in those 3 movies. But that's a lot of money, $186.
It is.
I'm going by.
If I have to buy Chris Pratt at 186 or Vin Diesel at 161, I'm buying Chris Pratt.
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Oh, yeah, I'll buy Chris Pratt at 186.
Yep. I'll buy.
Bye.
Yeah, buy.
This is all from HSX, Hollywood Stock Exchange. Doug, do we have a Hobie stock?
Yes, we have a Hobie League for like months.
We do?
Yes.
Where is it at?
Just
Go to Hollywood Stock
search the
Exchange?
leagues. Yeah, I think it's under Hobie.
Okay, so everybody out there, join us on the Hollywood Stock Exchange, including us. We'll do it this time.
Yeah, maybe we'll put out a link in Tweeters and Facebook.
Yes, for Hobie. Good job, Doug. Are you winning?
Yes.
I heard you were tied for last place.
Speaking of that, could you drink your Zima a little bit more?
Oh,
Keep
really?
drinking your Zima. What else we got, Jeff?
Also, Bryce Dallas Howard. She's coming in at 127.23. By comparison, Scarlett Johansson 114.77.
So,
Sell.
Doug?
If you're taking between the two of them, I'd buy her before I buy Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, but she's got Black Widow coming out.
All she has is Marvel, though.
I know.
Any other thing she
So that's the problem. Bryce Dallas Howard, in her one turn in a Marvel related movie, wasn't that good.
What was she?
She was Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man 3.
Oh.
You know, the bad Tobey Maguire one.
the bad one.
I forgot she was in that. God. I was like, that wasn't her. That was Andrew Garfield and Emma, or my
No.
future wife.
No, in Spider-Man 3.
Lena
Yeah.
Dunham?
Yeah, Leah Dunham. God, she's hot.
I mean, I'm not
It's her mind that I fall in love with.
That's even worse.
I'd say
That's even more disgusting than her body.
I'm not saying Bryce Dallas
I've
Howard.
seen your body, Jim. I don't think you have any room to talk.
That was better than Lena Dunham's.
Your mind isn't.
Yes, it is.
Okay, anyway, Bryce Dallas Howard is a good actress, but 127 is pretty high.
Yeah.
Because pretty much outside of Jurassic Park, she's not bringing in a bunch of money.
You're thinking way too long about Bryce Dallas Howard.
Well, I'm selling it. I was
Okay.
just explaining why I'm selling. I think 127. I think if she was around like the $80 mark,
Yeah, I
I
was
might be
kinda
more
surprised.
interested.
But wasn't she in like the Village?
I did like the village.
She was in The Village?
Yeah.
She was in Lady in the Water.
Oh, that's right.
She was in both.
She in both?
Yeah.
She was the blind girl?
Yes.
In The Village?
Yes.
Okay.
And the problem again, I still the Village.
But then again, we're talking The Village and Lady in the Water are her other big movies. So
The Village. It's let's go. Don't go near the shack
shed.
you can't go near.
the shed you shall not go to.
It's like, wait, who forgot to write this?
It's called the Forbidden Shed. I mean, really, the shed you shall not go.
Hell. Can we just name it Hell? Don't go near Hell.
Absolute fantastic premise to the movie.
I like the movie.
but I just thought it was a lot of just details. I was pissed off about.
I like the monsters, aka monsters,
Yes, the monsters.
in it.
Can I have an update here? The History of Bad Ideas podcast HSX League was created on January 31st of this year. It has 3 members.
Oh,
Dragonlith, Up and Away, and me.
we don't know who those people are, do
Okay.
we?
Well, I'm Doug.
Oh,
Apan. Sorry, Apan. I should have said Apan. Okay. So yeah, History of Bad Ideas podcast. That's the league.
Everybody go to History of Bad Ideas on hsx.com. We will be adding one tomorrow.
woohoo!
Are you in first?
No, I'm in last. I don't do anything with it.
Well, you need to start. Oh, no, you started. Now you got
Well, I only was on it because years ago I bought Justice League for $10 because it wasn't going to get made. It's like, okay, so I started buying all these superhero films. So I'd check it, once a year and that, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, I'm making a lot of money on this because they're finally getting made.
Of course, you lost on Justice League.
Uh,
It peaked at $7 then. Okay, let's do some top 5. Top 5 this week is top 5 favorite secondary characters in film. So,
That didn't sound like the good top 5 music, Jeff.
That won the top 5 music we had from last week.
I stopped before that point.
Everyone else seemed to like it. I mean, Heno sends in the music, and Jason doesn't even bother to listen to it.
Yep.
All I'm saying is that, if I wanted to be picked on this much, I'll just go to a family function.
We're proud of you guys, Doug.
Oh, wait, I'm not the worst.
okay. At least you show up, unlike your wife.
It's true. That is true. That is true. I'm dedicated. Anyways, top 5 favorite secondary characters in film. I'll go number 5. I'll go first. Number 5! I'm going with Quicksilver from the X-Men movies. And see, here's the thing. I saw some lists that were doing like bad guys that stole the show and that because they're secondary. I don't think they're secondary characters. I feel like there's a good guy and a bad guy, and then you go to the next tier. Is what I was looking at.
So like the guy I think I put on my list, like Johnny Lawrence, wouldn't count.
Joey Lawrence?
No, Johnny Lawrence.
Who's that?
William Zabka himself in The Karate Kid.
Oh! Well, you can justify it your way. So anyways, I'm doing Quicksilver because he stole the show in the X-Men movies that he was in. He was the best part of, I don't even know which one that is, Days of Future Past?
Days of Future Past.
Yeah, that was the best part. And I wanted to see more of him.
His scene in the kitchen.
Yes. When he's just tapping. So,
What about an Age of Ultron?
no, not that Quicksilver.
Oh, okay.
They killed him off quick, didn't they? Spoilers.
Quick, because he's Quicksilver. I see what you did there.
I get tired of explaining jokes to him.
So which guy from Kick-Ass did you like who played Quicksilver better?
Not Aaron Taylor Johnson or whatever.
But
other
Evan
one.
Peters?
Yes. So that's my number 5. Doug, who was your number 5?
I went with Hugo, played by Keegan-Michael Key, who was the retro toy store owner in Tomorrowland.
Oh, Jesus. Well, he was the best part of the movie.
He was.
Hey, let's get to Tomorrowland. Well, we got 10 minutes left. Have a good day.
But was he a fun character at least?
he was a good
He was
character.
a good movie.
Yeah.
He was good in the movie. Nothing else in the movie was good, but he was.
I think you said the same thing about Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom. You said,
No, he wasn't in that.
wasn't he? But he said you said he was the best part of it.
It's a great film. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's not what you said.
Off air, I told you it was a perfect film. Jim, what's your number 5?
Okay, I was going to do Johnny Lawrence, but you don't consider him a secondary character, so I'll go to one of my favorite movies of all time. I'll go to Shawshank Redemption, and I'll take Jake,
Okay.
the Crow.
Yeah, that was the bird, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, at least you didn't take mine. I did like Jake. What's your number 5, Jeff?
My number 5, I'm going to pick Vizzini from The Princess Bride.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I like that one.
It's
Inconceivable, but don't ask Wallace Shawn to say that.
No, because he doesn't like it.
No.
Anybody want a peanut? Okay, what's your number 4?
My number 4, I hope we just put two together, but they're sidekicks in the same movie.
Okay.
I picked Timon and Pumbaa from The Lion King.
Oh,
That's a good one. I was expecting Doug to have a Disney one right away.
He
but good.
did.
I did.
Tomorrowland's not Disney. Disney would not produce that crap.
But I think everyone here has seen The Lion King and enjoyed it. And those were the characters that kind of ran away with.
They did. With
little shout out to Bonsai Shenzi and Ed too.
Oh, right, Ed?
No king, la 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 la.
Fools! There will be a king.
But you said
I will be your king.
Oh.
Stick with me and you'll never go hungry again.
I thought about putting Scar, but like you said, too big of a
He's a bad
character.
guy, yeah. Jim, what's your number 4?
My number 4, I Hobie this. It's two of the love interests in films. I'll go with Veronica Vaughn and Virginia Bennett.
That Veronica Vaughn.
I like that one.
Me and her got it on.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
But a friend of mine.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
But you can just imagine.
No. All right, everybody on the bus.
Who need 30 seconds? Let's go. I like that one. Doug, what's number 4?
I went with Nigel Gruff from The Replacements.
Oh, great one.
He's wiry.
That guy's smoking on the field?
I forgot. I completely forgot about that.
I did
Is
too.
that Reese Ifans?
Yes.
Yes, Rice. Let me correct that for you.
Okay, you can correct it wrong.
It's really good when he miscorrects.
I'm still trying to reboot over here. I'm still trying to get everything in order here. I missed one week and the whole system's out of whack. Number 4 for me, this one is because he was not the main character. He wasn't even the main villain. Riddick from Pitch Black. I saw that movie. I love Pitch Black, and he stole the show.
I never saw Pitch Black, so
It was actually pretty good.
I didn't realize he wasn't the main character.
He was not the main character. It was very well done, and like he had a decent part in it, but he was definitely not the main character. He was just one of the guys that the bounty hunter was in charge of.
I saw the Chronicles of Riddick, which had the best line ever in film.
It's been a long time since I smelled beautiful.
Greatest line ever. Number 3 for me is from the Shawshank Redemption. Brooks.
Yep.
I had Brooks. I love Shawshank, and I didn't do Morgan Freeman because he's just as main star.
I think he's the narrator. He had more lines than anybody else in them.
Him and Timothy Robbins were both main stars.
Andy Dufresne.
My good friend, Andy Dufresne.
Andy Dufresne crawled through 500 yards of shit and came out a clean man.
How come they sounded more like Morgan Freeman than you did?
No, I don't think that's true. That's true. I've been out of practice for a week. My wife thanked me for not doing impressions last week. On the way home from vacation, I kept trying. She's like, no, just stop. It's okay.
Save your voice.
Save your voice. It's okay. It would have been better if Bill Cosby was in it.
No.
No.
Put it in the...
No. Jason, that was your number 3? No. Doug, you're number 3.
I went with Blaine, the Jesse Ventura character from Predator.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Okay. When you said Blaine, I thought you meant from Pretty in Pink.
That's not a name. That's a major appliance.
I thought he actually meant Bane from the Batman and Robin movie.
I kind of liked, what's the guy's name who
Is
had
that
the
Jesse Ventura?
minigun?
I ain't got time to bleed.
what?
The guy had the minigun in Predator.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's Jesse Ventura.
No, the black guy.
Oh, you're talking about... Sorry.
Carl Weathers?
No.
Oh.
Can't remember his name now, but...
That would require caring enough about that movie to
I
pay
like
attention.
Predator. I like Predator. Second one was awful. Predators was good.
Did you see the new trailer for
No,
this?
I have not yet. Is it decent?
I watched it on my phone at work, so I didn't get a good...
Yeah.
It looked interesting.
I'm intrigued by it. It's better than any Aliens movie. What's your number 3?
That was my number 3.
Jim.
My number 3, I'll go with, from The Outsiders, Two-Bit Curtis.
I thought of that one. I really did. He was the best character in the movie.
Yes.
Outsiders is awful.
It's not a good movie. And even Emilio Estevez's acting isn't good in it, but Two-Bit was the best character.
He's just kind of catchy. It's,
Outsiders is not a good book to begin with either.
The book was pretty good, especially for, preteens.
I enjoy the movies better with the director's cut.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it's better. Still not good,
No.
but...
Which number 3, Jeff?
My number 3, I've got another tie here because they're sidekicks in the same movie. I got Roland and Watt from A Knight's Tale.
Oh!
Played by Mark Addy and... forgot his name.
Paul Bettany?
No. No,
The other guy.
Wash from...
Alan Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk, yeah.
Tudyk, I got it right. You know what? If this was like a competition like Draft Day, you would be winning. I like your list. I like your list a
Excellent.
lot.
And it's not like A Knight's Tale is a good movie by any
Wise
stretch of
it
any imagination.
It's enjoyable to watch.
But it's
just like the
fun and-
Replacements.
Yeah.
That is a quality film. Does anyone else have anything better to do on that day? He lost by 40. What's your number 2, Jeff?
Number 2, I've also Hobie this. I got a tie. It's 2 characters played by the same actor. I got Mark from Empire Records and the bass player from That Thing You Do.
That thing you do. They only play that like 35 times in that movie.
That's it, yeah.
Ethan Embry?
Ethan Embry. He's a great character in those 2 movies.
He was really good in Dragnet with Ed O'Neill, the TV show.
He wasn't bad, but the show wasn't good.
No.
He was good as, in what that,
Rusty?
Can't hardly
Vegas
wait.
Gate.
Can't Hardly Wait.
Oh, he was good in Can't Hardly Wait. So was Jennifer Love Hewitt. What's your number 2, Jim?
My number 2, I am going to go with, let's go from the Wolverine, or one of them. I'll go Gambit.
From X-Men Origins
X-Men
Wolverine.
Origins Wolverine, I'll go Gambit.
Gambit.
Is that just because you have a crush on him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Taylor.
Kish.
Yeah, I was going to say Lautner. That's not it.
I will say, I think he got a bad rap. I think he did a good job as Gambit. Just because the movie was terrible doesn't mean he was.
I don't know if the movie was terrible.
Have you seen the movie? It was terrible.
I own the movie.
It wasn't.
I own it, too. It's not good.
Taylor Kitsch wasn't the reason the movie was terrible. Matter of fact, he probably brought it up.
He was much better than Ryan Reynolds.
Well, Ryan Reynolds was good in the first half.
Yeah, the second
He's the
half
Merc
he
with the
wasn't.
mouth. Cut his mouth off. That's a good idea. That's the way good to stay true to the character. Ryan Reynolds is pretty funny. Cut his mouth off. That's a good call. What's your number 2, Doug?
I went with, I hope he did, I went with Oddball and Crap Game. Donald Sutherland and Don Rickles from Kelly's Heroes.
Oh, wow. That is old school.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Good news is you can hit the 50 to 75 crowd, so that's good.
Yes.
Well, everyone listening should go see Kelly's Heroes.
That's right.
Yeah.
You got any Jack Parr jokes in there, too?
That was the one that really put Donald Sutherland
I think so, yeah.
noticed in Hollywood, wasn't it?
Sure.
Sure.
That and Animal House.
He was already big by the time Animal House came out.
Yeah, he was the star. The big name they got for Animal House.
Number 2 for me is, speak of Cincinnati Comic Expo earlier, Phil Coulson. Agent Phil Coulson.
Number 1 for
Was
me.
he?
Yep.
He stole the show in all his little Marvel movies that he did the cameos in. He was awesome in the original Iron Man.
Why are you calling him Phil? His first name's Agent.
Sorry, my bad. And he was great. And then when he died, supposedly, in Avengers, it was like, no!
Tear.
And then to see how they brought him back and all the pain he went through to come back in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., oh, man. But yeah, I like Phil Coulson. He stole the show. My number 1 is Jay and Silent Bob. They
Thought about that.
Thought about that, too.
I love those characters. And just... I think just seeing Silent Bob go off on Jay in Chasing Amy was one of my favorite. Or not Chasing Amy. Was that Chasing Amy?
Silent Bob went off on Jay?
No, yeah, it was in the restaurant. No, it was the Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, I think. That's what it was.
It was Chasing Amy when they're sitting in the restaurant. Everything you know about me.
Oh, that's right.
That was
that's
Dancing?
Right. Yeah.
yeah. Dance.
That's right, it was Chasing Amy. My bad. So yeah, Jay and Silent Bob is my number 1. Doug, what's your number 1?
Coulson.
Okay.
My number one, I'll go to another one of my favorite movies that every time it's on I have to watch. Remember the Titans? I'll go Gary Bertier.
Would that be Opie?
That'd be Opie.
Okay. The Mayans teaser trailer came out today. It was like 10 seconds,
Yeah.
but it still comes out this fall.
I'm excited to watch that.
I am too. What's your number one, Jeff?
My number one is Colonel Nathan Jessup.
Which one's that?
A Few Good Men.
Ah,
You Can't Handle the Truth.
okay.
Guy took maybe 10 minutes of screen time and
Stole the film.
stole the film. Yep.
Any honorable mentions?
I have Paulie.
No, he was the star of the movie. It was named after him.
No, Burt Young's character in the Rocky movies.
yep.
And I also had Lou, Burt Young's character from Back to School.
He was good in that. They just told me to stand out over the Bruce Springsteen side. Doug, anything?
I had Yosemite Sam from Space Jam, and then just for you, I had Trudy from Avatar.
Oh,
Michelle Rodriguez character.
Oh.
I wouldn't know. I've actually never seen it, but I had to pick one.
Jeff, any?
No, the ones I thought of you guys had already mentioned.
I had Kit Fisto from Star Wars.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I loved him.
Yes.
He was an awesome Jedi.
I'm surprised nobody had Dengar.
Oh, yeah.
Bosk is better.
No, Dengar was the best of all bounty hunters.
And from Big Lebowski, the Jesus.
The Jesus?
The Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was to Jesus. He pronounced the,
Sorry, that is
the
true.
J.
I think
I like the guy who stood next to the Jesus.
I like Donnie better as a side character.
Okay. They said there was rumors that they were trying to do a spin-off with the Jesus. I'm like, he's a pedophile. You can't make that. Why would you make that?
Who could you make it with?
Harvey Weinstein's here.
True Hollywood story.
Hey, what are you doing with that bush over there?
Harvey Weinstein was probably the one who wanted to make it.
Hey, I got a perfect person for this one. Hey, how you doing, guys? I'm here. I can do this. I can be the Jesus. I can be the Jesus. Yeah, come on, let's do it.
I'm assuming they still would have gotten
No. I got it here. I got it. It's okay.
Totoro. Yeah.
Do you need any pills? I can put them in the pudding.
What was that?
That was like a rapping Bill Cosby or something.
I thought it was an otter or something.
I'm here to say you put the pudding in the pops, and then you walk with my sweaters.
Oh, God, that's awful.
Yeah,
Put it back in your ass.
no.
Oh, in some like sexual predator news, Danny Masterson's character in The Ranch,
Did he get killed off?
he was in the entire season.
Really?
He's just in the barrel.
He was in the entire season, and his picture was gone off the front of the show.
Wow.
In the last episode, a guy, the girl that he was Megan Price, that he was kind of sleeping with, her ex-husband, pretty much held him at gunpoint and said, "Take this shit and leave. We don't want to see you here again."
So that's how they got rid of him.
That was the last episode. So
Considering I never watched any episodes, I don't know what the hell was.
Zach
even
Shepard
going
is on now, or next season.
he'll be next
Yeah.
season.
So that's with Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
So
Elisa.
Oh, Zach Shepard and Ashton Kutcher are getting back together since their punked days.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, again, in the ranch, you had, let's see, Red Foreman was in there.
Oh, was he?
Kitty was in there.
Oh, wow.
Fez was in there.
Maybe he can stay there and get off of NCIS.
His character was pretty awful.
His character's pretty awful at NCIS, too.
Is the range any good?
It's so.
Enjoyable enough?
Yeah, it's enjoyable enough that I watched it.
Okay. Is it as good as Wyatt Earpers or whatever that is?
Winona Earp.
Did you start the new season?
Instead of watching that, I watched all of Westworld.
Oh my God, your brain's got to be overloaded with Westworld.
So Winona Earp, I should get through the second season for next week.
Man, it'd be like, what do you do for a living? Like, are you a postal worker? Because they don't do anything. Just say, still waiting on my packages here. Yep, still waiting.
Yeah, your life's probably more exciting than that of a insurance agent or.
I would think so.
Well, man,
I actually go to work.
bad of the week, number 504, mocking the post office. Never mock the post office. Doug, utmost respect for them.
You won't get your packages if you mock them.
No, I'll just use UPS or FedEx or.
They're more expensive.
Well, they greet me with
Well-
a smile.
Depending. Part of what I do at work is find out which is the cheapest way to send packages. So depending, they are cheaper.
Well, welcome to Post.
Can I have my boss call you to talk to you about that?
Sure, you gonna lower our prices?
Possibly.
Ooh.
Oh, welcome to Post Talk. It's an exciting thing. Doug, what's the biggest package you delivered besides yourself? Shut up. Anyways, let's see here. That's about it. I'm back this week, thank God. And Jeff, you can go fuck yourself. Roger says goodbye.
What the fuck is that for? Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. It's not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Addendum, a true one this week.
Have them every week.
Fuck you, Jeff. Anyways,
Let's see. I didn't have too many this week.
I
hope
didn't
other
either.
people.
I have Jason's impressionations.
they are quite good. I got Dedicated Criminal and Build the Wall. That's all I had. It was a low week this week.
I only had Throw a Koala.
I thought I had more, but I have Maple Candy and Public Regions. They're not even that good.
Boring.
Well, it's because you meant.
We're not checking out this podcast. They're talking Public Regions. Oh my God.
Well,
No, fuck that. They're talking Maple Candy. Oh my God.
How about Maple Candy and Public Regions?
They are getting crazy over
Maple
that
candy's stuck to your public regions.
Insert Maple Candy in your Public Regions.
Best episode ever? I was thinking that. We could do that one just because Blake's not here.
No squid.
I like Throw a Koala.
Saint Burger.
Nope. Can't be.
I like Throw a Koala just because of the imagery.
I really ain't got anything better, except for maybe your impressionations.
Impressionations.
I don't know how to spell that.
IMPRESSIONS. Impressionation.
What comes after I?
Before E.
So throw a koala it is.
Koala!
IMPRESSIONATION.
See what you started, Randall.
You've been listening to Hobie.